trailer is too
Time to get the job done.
image. All I did was detach the thing. I thought you joined Discord actually, but it was
It won't let me sleep.
let me sleep, and now it's got me pinned underneath this fifth wheel. It's a good truck. I don't. I'm pinned.
You need to push.
There it goes. Oh, God.
You were stuck like I was.
Yeah, this game and its physics.
Let's do this.
Damaged my trailer too. I should have strips in the back. Do I have spinner rims? I do not. These are just here. Now, out of the light.
Also light. Oh. My high beam doesn't translate.
Not letting me zoom in, but let's see if I can. Yeah, they're just regular rims. They're like hot rod rims. Do I got my blinkers on back there? Yeah, I do. I got rid of the beacons on the back. I put the strobes on. Different. I still blink.
Yeah, your beacon's on.
Yeah, I got like strobes in the back. Spinning. Yeah, it's unfortunate I gotta do so many jobs with this Cascadia. I mean, I did fix it. XB said fix it, so I fixed it. I don't know if you got the couple of new mods in XB, but the Freightliner is fixed. She's got a proper transmission now. Unfortunately, I could not find the Caterpillar engine for her. I did look, I couldn't find one. So we got to use the 605 Cummins that's in here. It's one of those situations where you say it's fine. But we do have proper cruise control on the dash now because I upgraded the dash so we can secure cruise in digital numbers. Your Wolf being there greatly appreciates it. Big old bright green numbers on your dash. You can actually see how fast you're going.
Well, I can see my cruise control.
Yup.
Does it also show the digital number on the bottom left versus just the yellow triangle indicator?
It also now shows you distance to empty on one of those pages. I added it. Page here, when you have the four things lined up, shows you your gallons, and then right below it, there's distance to empty. That's the new. Oh, nice. But yeah, we can do these Cascadia runs now without pulling our hair out, without, you know, due to the lack of a retarder, we can actually do a proper run. As long as we just keep doing these cable drills, then we can get some hardcore points while we're doing the achievement, which is a win-win. Don't go over 80. What hair? Fair. I've got a few strands left. I haven't hit 60 yet. don't think I'll have any here.
Keep left.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because Mo made a comment about that earlier. He's like, I don't like the side bush. She's talking about something else. She's like, looks like Homer Simpson. No side bush. Well, meanwhile, YouTube was giving her like prostate ads on YouTube earlier. I was like, you know, I was like, YouTube knows the demographic that watches these trucking videos. AI knows it all, man.
Keep left.
Oh, I got those too. It was just funny when they give it to a female viewer gets the prostate ads. So it's just hilarious. I'm like, yep, she's gonna need one of those. Oh, you gotta give it to them. YouTube AI, they tried. They tried to serve the right ad. The server seems way more stable today. Yesterday, whatever SES was doing on
Keep right,
kind of stuff, I think.
and then turn right. Turn right.
I think it is good practice to restart your game every 2 hours or so, though. Completely close her out and restart her. Yeah, mess some stuff up. Yeah, clear the cache like every 2 hours. Just let the depending on what engine, like game engine they're running,
Keep left.
even websites, everything has like basically it's garbage collection. That's what they call it in the developer world. And when your garbage heap gets full and it doesn't properly dump much don't, you have to completely reboot whatever application it is, and it will dump that garbage cache, and then get a fresh start. Like if you leave Google Chrome open all day, just as an example, you can watch the memory usage of Google Chrome go through the roof. It'll actually go as high as your entire memory pool in your computer. So you'd have one Google Chrome tab open, it'd be using 64 gigs of RAM, because there's a memory leak in Google Chrome. It's been there for a decade. Like, always close your Chrome tabs.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Had to pull over, like sun pulled her away or something. Over and drive her truck after I get by. Don't use Chrome. That beeping. The air? I think it was air.
Keep left.
Cruise control's using up all my air. You don't use Chrome, you're clear. Yeah, if you close Chrome even, it'll clear. You just have to close it. It's any Chromium-based browser, unfortunately. So like, I personally prefer Opera, but it's a Chromium based browser too, so it has the same issue. Yeah, I use that for other things. The perk of Brave, similar to Opera. Perk of Brave is just privacy, but there's certain pages that due to its privacy controls, certain pages. So I use it for select things. That was ironically the browser way before anybody even knew anything about it. I used to install Brave on the government computers. That was like 2009. No one had even heard of it. And they're like, what's this? It's like the only browser I'm gonna let you guys use. I couldn't trust them on the internet. Yep. But back then it was even better because nobody knew about it. And even less sites worked. It's like they could go to Google, they could do a search, but what they clicked on may not ever load. It was great because all of our government sites, they all worked on it, and that's the only sites I cared about. You guys can go to the government websites because you're on a government computer. And they're like, what about the YouTube? I'm like, you're not here to watch YouTube. You can go home and do that. I don't know. I can't see anything. Dude. But no, the Macs and stuff just have better air ride on their cabs. So it looks bouncy, but it's that way by design. Comfort for the driver. So you don't get your back destroyed while you're driving around. The ones that have a rigid cab, you don't do this for the long haul. Not at all. Beaten, battered, and bruised. It's the difference between driving your, Cadillac across country or your Lincoln across country versus driving a Ferrari. Ferrari looks cool, but I'd much rather be in that Cadillac. Hey, dude! Can't have wrecks, man. Ding me points. But you're clear, you're good. Glad the server's more stable today, though. Yesterday, that would have been bad. I lost points? I should not have. Hopefully that's old data. Few of them. Hopefully that's old data. Hopefully. I did some duplicate routes, but I didn't have any terrible runs. You don't lose points though, it just doesn't count. Oh, that was for the, oh, I gotta pull in. That was for the previous air quote day. It was probably past midnight when that happened. I've been streaming so late. Yeah. But yeah, that was for me, air quote, speeding down to Nevada. I was doing the speed limit of 85. I was chatting and totally brain farted and forgot. Yep. Hey, it was, what run you're talking? In my terms, it was 2 nights ago, but yes, it was probably early yesterday morning. Yeah. I'm up there, yeah. Yeah, these cable reels are going to help push it even higher. They're heavy. The number you're looking for on your cargo is anything over 60,000 pounds is going to give you 5 stars on mass. Distance. Yeah, so the not the B double, that's the one that pays the most, but the 92-foot double turnpike gas trailer, the like round look, or the D-shaped ones. Those ones are the ones you want to haul for 5-star loads. Not all of them are always going to be 5-star, but like these low boys, they would pretty much always be 5-star if you drag these things around. I just don't like hauling low boys as much as I do the gas doubles, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Because last night I had a job to deliver 94,000 pounds of diesel. That was a big haul. Unfortunately, I think mine ended up being a duplicate. Oh, but XP got his to count. That was like from Prim to someplace in Utah, I think. The trick is those doubles, since we have long distance maxed out, you can take the double from one state they're permitted in to another state they're permitted in, but you can cross states which they're illegal in. So if you get pinged to pull in one of those states where the trailer is illegal, you do not want to pull into that way station. You just take the fine for not pulling in, because if you pull in, you get hit with a $1,500 fine versus a $700 fine for not pulling in. Yeah. So you got to know what state it's legal in, and then just know, hey, I got pinged. Yeah, we're bootlegging. We're not pulling in. Just blow past this guy. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a damaged truck, don't pull in ever, because you're gonna take a $500 penalty anyways. It ain't worth. Just take the $700 and don't waste your speed slowing down. Especially if you have a heavy load behind you. You already got a damaged truck. Last thing you want to do is stop a damaged truck, because you're going to struggle to get it back to speed. We did a little bit of work earlier on the ETS2. I got my my fuel tanker over there. Making good money on it, explored Spain a little bit, tried to do the weekly challenge, but we gotta buy a man truck. I gotta save up money for that tomorrow. I don't like streaming ETS2 very much. I'd much rather stream ATS. Well, it's cameras. So even if you do 5 over there, plus the trucks, here you can creep up on speed when you go downhill a little bit, but over there, because it's in kilometers, not miles per hour, you spike quickly. So you'll go from like 90 kilometers to 105, and now you're screwed because you broke the speed limit. It's not quite, it's not quite 2 to 1, but it's close. But it's just weird, and it's very slow. Full boost everywhere. Mostly for me, it's the cameras. If they burnt down all the cameras, it'd be better. Because the cameras don't care. You're over speed by 1 mile an hour or 1 kilometer, you get a ticket. This is stupid.
Keep left.
Yeah, I don't know what they do in those cases. Probably just send it to the embassy. Yeah, they have your address on file. Yeah. I would probably just pay. I don't like dealing with that stuff. But yeah, I'd rather just pay it and know it's squared away than always have it in the back of my head wondering what's going to happen. If you pay it, you don't have to wonder what's going to happen because nothing's going to happen. South Dakota. Yeah, South Dakota's going to be good. Going to bring more farmland, I feel like. I'm looking forward to Louisiana. I think we're going to get that one first. I'm hoping we get Louisiana in December. Potentially, but I would say no because they already have. If you think about what they're releasing Nordic Horizons for ATS 2, and then they're going to release Louisiana, and they have the holiday update. So there are three really big things. Why get more out? If the trucks are ready, I think they'll get held back until Q1 at a minimum to give them more time before everybody's poking them for another map. They might, but Mo and I kind of worked in marketing. I say it doesn't make sense when you share player bases between ATS and ETS2 to put content in both games simultaneously. So it's like drip feed them a little bit, but they're sharing the same player base. I mean, I know there's some people that only do ATS, and that's fair, and there's some people that only do ETS, but there's definitely a big overlap.
Yeah, I'm just thinking they wouldn't want them to choose which one do I buy when they could just release it, say, 2 weeks later or 2 weeks before.
Now, what they might do, and this would be the smarter move, when Nordic Horizons drops, they might release a bundle package for Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, and whatever the other one is, Wyoming. Because right now those ones are not in a bundle; they're independent packages currently. So they may package those up and be ready to release Louisiana soon after. So go ahead and get the package sales for ATS and then get the Nordic Horizon stuff at the same time. That would make sense.
Or they would just bundle it when they launch Louisiana.
Yeah. What's that?
Or they would just bundle it when Louisiana is out.
They may.
Because I would, the new one and the old one, get them all.
Oh no, they don't. So the new one's always independent.
Oh.
And it's a different sector. So those four I mentioned are neighboring states. They're tied together.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, this is I got the improved dash in here. I mean, all the improved dash did is give me my digital cruise control. And then I've got her. You can't see it's nighttime, but I have her all fancied up outside.
She'll bright up soon. It's almost 4 a.m.
My little race truck. She's solid. She ain't my favorite, but we got to do the weekly challenge for Truckee, so we're in her. I really want to get back to the Mac. It's just a joy to drive. I fixed the Mac yesterday, so we have some bigger Mac engines, not like fantasy ones, but some legitimate Mac engines that they made in the 80s.
This in today's video that we won't launch, actually.
Actually, there's a video that we launched today about the engines, at least a handful of them. There's a whole bunch of engines in that pack, but I highlighted like 4 of them. The Cat is the one I recommend. Sounds nice, and it's powerful. They'll tease North Dakota. It'll be interesting to see. To that point, I think North Dakota is very possible because it's a connecting state to British Columbia. So it's possible. but the state that neighbors Louisiana is also possible. Would that be the Alabama? I think it's Alabama.
Keep left.
So that's also a high likelihood. Because they probably want to get to Florida, if I had to guess. Because Florida would potentially open them up to doing the Caribbean.
Keep right, and then
Since
exit
we're now
right.
exploring outside of the United States, Canada, we could technically also do the Caribbean, which would bring in
Right.
bright blue waters in the ATS that we currently don't have. It would also bring ferries in that we currently don't really have many of. So they'd be able to put ferries in between like the US and British Virgin Isles, which at that point you would be driving on the opposite side of the road, which we currently do not have. Well, there's one down in Texas that takes you to Starbase, and then there's the one in San Diego, or in San Francisco, and then there's one in Seattle and one north. Is it Bellingham? That's the ones I know of. It would be nice, but they won't allow Euro trucks on American roads or vice versa. They'd have to, they could do it, but they'd have to like country restrict the trucks. Yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, especially with the way they have their packs broken out for DLC, they could just straight up do it. Like, hey, you gotta have both games or you can't do the whole like swap in between. But is the technology on the back end the same? I'm not sure. It might be after console. Yeah, it might be after they do console upgrades, then it all might be the same. If I was them, I would take that opportunity to do it. That way your team works on one unified platform instead of having split.
Seemed like you took the cars over from Road Trip.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the cars on ETS as well because it's a separate module. So I think it's just going to be the same module applied to both games. Reading on that stuff today, I do not think the cars are going to be with the trucks. It's going to be a completely isolated experience, which is a bit of a bummer.
Like a mini game?
Yeah. Or just give different types of jobs to the trucks and stuff. Like we saw somebody today that was pulling a horse trailer with a truck. Right? You're not pulling 50 horses. You're pulling like 2 prize horses. Right? Taking them to the rodeo or taking them to the horse show or whatever it is. Or like storage unit sales and stuff like that. You got to go haul the junk. You don't need a semi truck for that. You just use a truck and a trailer. I think there's a lot of options there, but it is, at least as specified right now, it is a separate module. Which, a bummer, because with these dedicated servers like this, that means if we want to play the cars
right,
on a dedicated server, it's another
right.
server.
Exit right.
The only thing that would make it okay is if it was a full-on experience, like your career is here with the truck, with the semi-trucks. If they have a full-on experience with the cars where you have to like have a career,
Go straight on.
build a business around small loads.
I doubt it, because they don't only have like pickup truck there.
Yeah, they
They
have
have,
cars
like,
and stuff
fun
in there. I got
vehicle.
a feeling it's just gonna be a shallow experience.
Unless they like, I don't know, make the road trip somewhat of a mission.
Keep right.
They will like take
and
on
then
this road
turn
trip
right.
from here to there and explore the whole area that they have available.
They could have different jobs for different types of cars, though, kind of like they do with trailers
Turn
here.
right.
You have your tanker, you have your refrigerator, you have all that stuff. They take different jobs. So maybe the cars take race jobs. The trucks take tow jobs.
No, we'll find out. They haven't mentioned much about it since August.
Red light violation. Get out of here. Blinker on and everything. No, at that red light, don't turn right on red because you get a ticket.
Where are we now? Are we in a state that it can't do that?
No, we're in Arkansas.
Be able to do that in Arkansas?
And you can always make a right on red unless
At
there's a
the
sign that
roundabout,
says you can't.
Take the second
The game
exit.
doesn't have any signs that say.
Exit now.
Oh, an agency? Recruitment agency?
Yes, moonshine. Isn't that what's turning NASCAR? Yeah, pretty much. Back in the Prohibition days.
Go straight on.
You can make rights on red, DV, but sometimes they give you a ticket for it, and other times you're fine. There's a sign that they don't have in the game, and that is here in America we have a
Go
blatant
straight
sign
on.
that says no right on red, and you only cannot make rights on red when you see that sign, or it'll be like right on green only.
Maybe
right?
you
That's the
didn't
other
full
one.
stop, because you're not full stop.
Get
You
ready
actually don't
to
need to
turn
full
left.
stop.
I know.
You can drift, but no, I did full stop on that and still got a ticket.
Turn left.
But they do
Nice.
not have either one of those signs in here. The no right on red or the right on green only, or yeah, they just don't have those signs.
I'll say it's a 10% chance of getting a ticket, making a right turn
I
on
would
red.
say it's about 30% chance.
That high?
Yeah.
For me, I would say it's like 1 in 10.
That's why if I want to be really protective of my hardcore points, I just won't make rights on red. I'll just sit and wait.
Get ready to turn left.
But right now, the hardcore points is just a bonus. I just want these runs with this truck done.
Turn left.
How many more do you have to do? I know I have to do like 20. I have another, at least like, I don't know, 12 minimum.
Turn right.
That exploit goes through a red light on a green turn lane didn't get fined. Interesting.
You must have go over the graph.
We are finished.
Or cut corner.
Truck does feel better though with the better transmission in it. But at least this one and the Kenworth have the mirrors, the camera mirrors. At least they're both fixed, so if people want to use them, they're not. Cargo market. It's a decent distance again, and I'll probably just port. Hours. Not too bad. Let me see how long this job was and how many stars we got for it. Counted 7 jobs and 5 jobs. $150 points. I would have got more if distance was 4 on that. How far was that? So 130. Lines hurt my point, but otherwise it was a 4-star job. That's just 4. Okay. Fast travel to Kirksville. I don't know if there's any cities here that you're missing. This one might pick up Colby, but it might not. That's the only city in Kansas. May get it, it may not get it. It's on edge. The other one takes us back to Texas, and I don't know if you're missing anything in Texas other than Van. Cable reels for stars. Yep. Stars are 5.0 for cable reels. And you need them for the weekly achievement. So it's like, all right, they're heavy. They're heavier than scaffolding. See these guys. Pick up from.
I would need to take care of some
Ready
stuff
to
after turning this one in. You can go ahead without me.
Put the kids to bed.
Mm-hmm. And I need to feed the cat.
I wanted to play Aska. I want to do Aska with him.
He'll probably be fine.
You know, like, if he wants to do it, I'll do it. Don't want to neglect him.
See?
I jump in to keep me company. Yeah, XP. I gotta get some fuel before I run out of gas.
Oh.
It was like full straight in kind of deal.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
because you got the long boy on.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, doubles and long boys. You just pull straight in.
I like it.
And then if you miss, you just go all the way around and try again. Yeah, as I said, you prefer these long boys and doubles. The long boys are permitted in all 50 states, so you're good. The doubles are only permitted in some places. That's the perk of the long boy.
Is that an official term? Boy.
It's just what we call them. They're just low boy trailers, but he's a long boy now.
Turn left.
He's a pain in the A. That's what he is. I think everybody, especially XP, he agrees too. This
Keep
trailer
left,
stinks.
and then turn left. Turn left.
It was fuel. Maybe when I pick up, we'll go past the fuel. But yeah, jump on in, XP. After hauling the double trailers around for so long, I guess this thing is not terrible as long as you don't have to back it up. I mean, I'm not backing up double trailers either. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I always run personal trailers. I now own 30 plus trailers. Same with ETS 2. I now own 2 trailers over there. I own the refrigerator and I own the gas tanker. And the next thing I'll be buying is that man truck for the weekly achievement. I need to get that done. And after that truck, it'll be more trailers. I'm going to try to, every time, before I buy another truck, I want another trailer. And then I'll offload my trailer to the new truck when I get it. I'm buying the trailer first, then the truck, then the employee. I want everybody using trailers. It just makes more money.
Turn right.
And it's not even like a little different. It's way different. So Mo was doing jobs in ETS2 without the
Keep
gas
left,
tanker. Like she was
and
just
then
taking
turn left.
theirs. He profited 80 grand.
Turn left.
I bought the trailer, which cost me 100 grand. And then we did the same jobs and I profited 100 grand above my trailer cost. So she made 80 grand. I made
Keep
280
right,
grand.
and then turn right. Turn right.
A huge difference.
Go straight on. Turn right. It's all over now.
Wait here before I take the job. See, XP might be trying to join in. But I can sit out there, that'll be fine. My trailer rims are all stock. I changed the tires, not the rims. Yeah, I don't know if the tires do anything in this game. And ETS2 they do. I don't know about here. ETS2 they have like the traction rating, noise rating. Here we don't have it. I'm like, there's a chance it does do something and it's not shown in the UI. But then there's also a chance it's absolutely nothing. I think there is something to it because putting chains on the tires absolutely do help. And then the grippy tires and stuff, those mods help. So I think there is a hidden grip rating. And we don't know what it is. So we could be using suboptimal tires and not know it. Mm-hmm. Yep. But they don't tell you anything in the game as to which ones are better. I'm gonna see. Oh, let me see. People are giving out. It's not listed, so do anything. Yeah, other people are like, no, there's actually is a difference in tires, but it only shows an ATS2, not ATS. So they're like the Vortex tires and DLC tires perform better. Also, wide burst skinny tires and ATS also affect your top end speed. Not that we're trying to race, this is not how we play, but they affect our top end speed. The narrow tires go faster, but they're slicker. The 24 Cascadia XB, yeah, the one with the mirrors, camera mirrors. Yeah, we have a lot of European uh, folks in forums asking questions, and they're like, "Well, in the U.S., labels on tires aren't mandatory." I'm like, "Really?" So the whole forum is complete garbage because they started. Yeah, like you have Z rating, you have D, trucks, you have D rating. You have the same crap they have in Europe. Oh, okay. Yeah, like there's definitely tire ratings. And when you deal with trucks, there's tire ratings not only for traction, but also for load capacity. Some tires can haul heavier loads than others. How she goes. Oh, I guess if you get over 20% tire, um, base stations here will clean. Then there's a road noise factor and I'm pretty sure that TripAdvisor. Oof. I should keep a log of these. That way I don't have repeat, like a pre-drive checklist. Log my drive. 8 on time. Because it's 48 real hours. I can't redo the same route within 48 real hours. Don't get credit. Yep. The rules. Don't make the rules. I just follow them. I don't think so. If you No, I think the same load is fine. Because some people role play and they're like type of trucker. Only take gas jobs or whatever. Gas trucker. Farming equipment because they're farming trucker. They don't want to impede on that immersion for that person, but they don't want them going down the same route repeatedly. What they do restrict is the dispatch jobs that you can do through Truckee, because you can create a dispatch job that has zero.
Time to hit the road.
Don't want people hauling essentially nothing for just. Maybe I will.
Let's go.
XP up. 2 XP's nearby.
Turn right.
I have
Go
35
straight on.
hours on the clock. Alright.
Go straight on.
Wolfman connected. I need to see that other mirror. You in Texas or something? I can't see the map. I'm on the road.
Get ready to turn right.
I'm in the
Turn
Cascadia
right.
for these stupid channels. And that's for the realistic side of things, which I haven't checked that leaderboard ever. Hardcore side.
Get ready to turn left.
Whoa.
Turn left.
Okay. This poor... That white car ran into him. Okay, unless he doesn't hit me. He got assaulted by that car. Oh, B. Kyle, I appreciate you, man. We try to keep it friendly and interactive here. We're a growing community. Like to be informative, inclusive, and have a good time. We're headed to Blue, Colorado. I'm getting fuel. You said you caused mayhem the other direction, so I deviated. And I'm waiting on XP. I assume he's getting
Never
the same
mind.
job,
I'll
but
find a
I
new
could be
route.
wrong.
Please make a U-turn when possible.
What have you been playing, Kyle? Any particular game? You been playing trucking sims? You been playing NASCAR? What you been playing? Oh, here, I'll hit the interstate up here and then go down. There's no point going back through all those red lights. Got a rig and play ATS. Hey, Train, welcome in. You're driving in a blizzard. Did you turn on Frosty train? We have Frosty on in here. I may not enable Frosty until we get the holiday treats or whatever we're going to be hauling, the gifts or whatever it's going to be. Hey, I see a Cascadia next to me. Teleporting. Yeah, I may enable the snowfall mod. That's the add-on to Battle Raindrops. I might do that soon. It wouldn't make much sense down in Texas though, to be honest. But I may turn it on anyways, and we'll just have to roleplay with it. It's global warming. You're driving. Yeah, they got shut down a couple years ago. You know what I mean? It's unlikely. It's not as likely as rain. Yeah. Wolf Gaming, your truck. Are you on, do you have at least realistic turned on, Wolf, or no? Somewhat. Is it tracking your miles in Truckee, or no? Well, I guess you're not even in the VTC. So you need to get in the VTC. If you're, then you can set up correctly and at least get some realistic miles in. You don't have to do hardcore if you don't want to. You should try it. Way more fun. They're doing that economy setting. They can't participate in hardcore. They don't have vehicles. Not allowed in hardcore. The Peterbilt 379 50-ton rotator wrecker. It's a good job. I don't know what got redacted. I think XB's heading south. He's got on the job. Yeah, it's just fine. Yeah, he's got the job. I'm hitting the road then.
Ready to roll.
Oh my god, look at our left. What is going on? No, look on the left side of my truck. There's a car in the culvert. You can't park there, guys. You can't be there. What in that? Real life drivers again, back at it. I was clipping this and then we went on the road. This is ridiculous. These will all become shorts later. I'll add some color to them. Cannot see out on my right side. Looks like it's clear. I don't know how that guy's gonna get out of the culvert. And this poor guy.
Go straight on.
He needs a tow truck. Can we get a wrecker? I mean, you could be worse off. You could be like that semi truck there.
Get ready to turn right.
He's
Turn right.
he's not making it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Christmas stuff. I hope we get some news this week, Train and Kyle. Hopefully, Kyle, are you gaming mostly on console at the moment since you don't have a PC? Sorry about the delay. I had to do the streamer thing and get the clips. Got to make some shorts later. Wrapping together what I can. I am excited to see what the console release of this game is going to look and play like. A lot of us depend highly on mods to add in certain things. Not like what we're playing. It's not even really mod heavy. It's just we put some mods in there to fix some things that SCS needs to fix, namely a couple of trucks. Tablet right now. Well, hopefully, when this thing hits console, you can either get a PC or you can get a console. We'll see. Holidays are coming up, so maybe things will go on sale. But it's a delightful game. It's a good escape. Various ways to play it. Be realistic, as I try to do, or you can go all out and go crazy. Shenanigans. Yeah, the physics in here are quite... They're interesting because they try to keep the physics as realistic as they can, but then when you have shenanigans being played, because the physics are tuned in such a way they're trying to have things react realistically, they kind of overreact when they get hit in ways that shouldn't be hit. We had some lag yesterday, and XB, I'm pretty sure, sent some poor car to the moon. Yeah, and then you were blocking the whole road yesterday. I don't know what was going on. You had that baby poop Peterbilt. Oh my god. Oh my god. Really, guys? We're just clip farming at this point. Traffic. I feel like I'm driving my Tesla every 5 minutes. I feel like I'm driving my Tesla every 5 minutes. I gotta stop and send a report. They had a 3-car pileup on the right. Just playing my Tesla every single day. I've got to stop. That car is flying. What? He's literally flying. He's like 2 feet above the road. I can get out of this city. That's my
Keep
conclusion.
Right, and then turn right.
Too many weird things going on in here. Every day in my Tesla, they have a button. Like, you can hit your horn, and it will record and clip the last 60 seconds of driving. And you can send it to Tesla. Tesla will look at it and see if there's any value to it to them. And then, if there is, they'll use it. And if they realize it's you trying to send it, you can send a voice note with it. And you can actually just tell them, send this to the authorities, and then they'll send that recording to the local cops. Yep. So anytime I see somebody driving like an idiot, I just send it in and tell them send it to the authorities, and then they'll get a ticket mailed to them. Yep. If you ever see a Tesla around you, don't be stupid. Yeah, Will. There's there's no limitation on my Tesla. I hit the horn and it just clips out. My Tesla's recording 24/7, every drive, every place, everything, and it saves to a local USB in the car. So when I hit the horn, it knows to take a clip, and then it asks you in the car, "Do you want this sent to Tesla?" And you say yes, and you leave a voice note, and then it uses your signal in the car, which is just exactly, yep. Yep. If I honk at you, you know you've just been reported. Yeah, I've started reporting those to ICE because we have so much illegal immigration here in Nevada. The people without tags likely don't have licenses. And the problem is because they don't have a license and they don't have a tag, how the heck are you supposed to report them? So all I do is send videos in, but there's another car flying. I don't know what's going on. Bro. Well, they don't even need to pave the roads for him. He doesn't use the roads. Yeah, I mean, we're on farmland. That's expected. But this car hovering 3 feet off the ground back here is not expected. This is just weird. One. Bye. Nope. She's not gonna let me pass either. She's gonna keep speeding up with her flying car. Now she's on the ground. Teleported back to Earth. Wow. That's something special. But yeah, I mean, I told XB the other day, like, I got pulled over a couple months ago now at this point. It was in the summer. And there was a car in front of me. I got pulled over for doing like 45 and a 30, which, okay, fine, fair, but whatever. And there's a car in front of me. I was just following flow of traffic. And I asked the officer, I was like, I'm in a hurry. I gotta get my kid from school. Could you just like give me the ticket and hurry this up? Because here in Nevada, speeding tickets are parking tickets, the way they treat them. I'm like, just give me the ticket. I'll give you the $400. We'll be done with this. It's not a big deal. And, but anyways, I asked him why he didn't pull the other car over, because clearly he was speeding too. I was just following him. And the cop was like, well, he didn't have a plate, and that's too much paperwork. Like, I was like, great. And he's like, plus, I can run your plate so you don't have a warrant, and I'm safe. I can't run his, so I could go up to his car and get killed. Like, so why don't you tell him, and then call a few buddies and deal with this the proper way? But obviously him not having a plate is a bigger issue than me doing, you know, the flow of traffic on the street.
Go straight on.
I can't help the flow of traffic was 15 over the speed limit, and you have a quota to meet. Get it. Go get your quota somewhere else, bud. It's a very polite, very polite conversation, but very direct. And I was just like, been lucky. Now, I even got pulled over. This is years ago. This is probably 15, 20 years ago at this point, but I got pulled over for making a right on red. Like, it's legal. I used my blinker. I wasn't speeding. What's the issue? I mean, stop for 2 seconds, not 3. I was like, now we're playing that game. And that was the day we were moving out of DC. That's where I got pulled over. I was DC, moving out of there and going to Hawaii. I told that cop, I was like, this place effing stinks. Like, give me the ticket. I'm moving tomorrow. Literally donating like $3,000 worth of clothes because I'm not. And you're gonna petty me here with a 1 second ticket. Get out of here. Like, this is all the more reason I need to leave this. Cuckoo. He pull over and slow down and give you a ticket.
left, and then turn left.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's in the wrong there, but
Turn
what are
left.
we? More cable reels, babe. More cable reels. Oh, that's yellow. Heading out to Blue, Colorado. Been out there before, but not recent. We should be okay. XB, I see your CB radio, bud, but I got CB muted in the game. I had to jump into Discord, bud. Do I even have Discord on? I don't have Discord on at the moment. Mic is on, but just now we had an incident on Discord. Yeah, I think I don't even remember. Days are blurring together. I'm streaming too much. So I just kept Discord muted. No need to now. That's why she's on. That was some of the wildest stuff I've heard on Discord in a while. XB's back there saying something. Do you hear XB, Wolfman? What's he saying? The big negative. You can't talk to him either because you're on Discord at the moment, right? Someone can talk to him and tell him that I can't hear him because I don't CB enabled. Because after that, you know the reason for it, Wolfman. It wasn't you guys. The reason for it was the other. Have a good night, you're out. The reason for it was the other guy that we took care of yesterday. But yeah, we won't be doing no more of that stuff. You and me, you, Mo, and XB are gonna be like the vetters.
Keep right.
We get a weird
and then exit right.
feeling from somebody. They can be in the VTC, but I'm not trucking with them.
Exit right.
Hey, there's the man himself. I can hear you. Yeah. I still got Discord off the air at the moment, XP. Just to let you know the current status. Just remnant from last night. No particular reason that I have it off. It's just off from last night. So don't think anything happened. Nothing happened. We're all just chilling, having a good time. Watching cars fly somehow. I don't know if you caught that. There was a car like 3 feet off the road chilling. Yeah, there was a semi truck. I clipped it, put it in chat. There was a semi truck upside down, crashed, and then there was a car in the median that crashed into a culvert. I'm like, I've just been clipping crazy stuff. It's like I feel like I'm in my Tesla all over again, hitting the horn, reporting these idiots. I could hit like 3 clips in 5 minutes. But yeah, I saw these cable reels, and I'm like, okay, they're 66,000 pounds each. That means 5 stars. So we're gonna do some 5-star mass runs while we do this other achievement. Now this Cascadia's got a retarder in it, so you can handle it. I don't mind tolls. That means they have sleep. That is one nice thing about ATS 2. almost every road in that game is a toll road, so all of them have sleep and fuel. It does. I zoomed, I don't know if you see stream, but I zoomed in really close. Like, I moved my seat all the way forward to get rid of the other camera,
Keep
or the
right,
other, like,
and then
actual
exit
mirror.
right.
It just stay out of my screen. That's what I like about the Mac, too. If you're using the virtual cameras,
Right.
you don't see your physical cameras, or your physical mirrors, because they're so far back. So it's actually one of the perfect trucks if you use the virtual mirrors. Well, virtual mirrors are just virtual mirrors at F2.
Keep left.
Yeah. You on the keyboard. Game feature. Oh no, only this Cascadia, the 5th gen, and the new T680 Kenworth have the mirrors, and I fixed the issue with those trucks was the transmissions. The engines were fine. They're not like the Mac engine that I put in, but the engines are fine. They're like a 605 Cummins. But the transmissions had no retarders. They were terrible. So I gave them transmissions. They're at least drivable now. Yeah. It's not super truck, right? Not super truck, but it's on par with the rest of the trucks in the game. We didn't break the game by giving them a transmission with a retarder. If anything, we made it more realistic. It's good because now you have an option. If you like the virtual mirrors and you want to use them, all the trucks are drivable. Go enjoy. You can keep up with the rest of us if we're driving whatever, and you'll be just fine.
Keep right.
The
And then turn right.
Acadia now, XB also has distance to empty. You just gotta alter your dash there. You gotta scroll it.
Turn right.
You'll see the 4 things on the right. You'll have gallons remaining. You'll have distance remaining. Then what is the other one? There's a DEF percentage. So I think that's just like what percentage of gas you're at. And then the moment that I got a ticket, it was just a toll. Yeah, so I got 76 in one tank and 86% in the other tank. So it even tells you like a breakdown how much fuel in each tank. Kind of cool. So tell me this, XP. You drive real trucks. I've flown real planes. You've driven real trucks. So you know how in an aircraft, for weight reasons, a pirate. For a moment, he's a pirate. I was like, "What's a pirate got to do with a plane?" And I was like, I wanted to hear the story about how a pirate took the plane over. Yeah, but no, you know, in a plane you put on your fuel pumps and you can migrate the fuel from left to right wing or forward to aft or whatever to balance the CG. Can you do that in a truck? So if I'm at like 50% in one tank and 100 in the other, I could offload one, but a little bit in the other. Yeah. Gotcha. So like this Cascadia, it will burn. I guess it is kind of doing that. That's why one's 85 and the other 74. It's probably alternating which tank it's sucking from. Oh, gotcha. Huh. But yeah, this improved dash added all that stuff in here. Nice little quality of life. I even got a warning earlier. My air was getting low thanks to the cruise control. Wasn't out, but it gave me a low air warning. So, okay, you should probably rev your engine a little bit before you have a real problem. Bypass, but is there sleep in there? Sleep in the way station, I'll pull in. Not. All good, I got 4 hours on rest. Good. Oh. Were they private after this story? Yeah. People in Honolulu, they get freaked out, like the tourists that fly into Honolulu, who are just they're completely mind blown when they're on the runway and they see an F-20T pull up next to their 737. Yep. Yep. Because Honolulu is Hickam Air Force Base. I should have stopped there. Oh well. No, I spent 6 years out there working on base, and it was interesting. I've never heard the licking thing, but how far is that? That should be fun. Okay. Yeah, I'll get off there and sleep. It's fine. Whoa. Oh, is that because they got cold? He's getting frostbite when he touched it. Yeah. Yep. You're gonna need some hot water, bud, and you'll do that when we land.
Recomputing. Keep left and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Come on, dude. Can't take your eye off of these drivers, man. It's just like real life. They just step on the brakes for no reason. I'm in the middle of a red light. Just stop here. This sounds
find
good.
A new route. Rerouting. Finding a new route. Recomputing. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
Of course. Trailer's too big. when I turn off, I can sleep. Then go get some diesel. Yeah, they don't. The one that just stopped on me and no tail lights. Finish this drive. I may call her after this. We'll see. See. Unless I get stuck in with the XB and end up on here till 6 a.m. again. I'm not blaming you. If anything, if I'm sticking around that late, that means I'm having a good
Never
time.
mind.
So it's not a knock
Find a new
on you.
route. Turn right.
We had a good old time last night, me and XB.
Keep right, and then turn right.
We don't talk about that.
Turn right.
We don't talk about that. I was doing things in the Mac, okay? I had an appointment with a few lot lizards to get them sorted out. Yeah. Told you those tacos in my truck, they don't just come out of nowhere. Did you just drive over a truck? Now, I reckon the other thing we can do to complete some of these, since I got the Cascadia air quote fixed, we could do some of these cable reel hauls, I bet, up in Alaska, just to do some exploring while we're doing the achievements. Teleport our butts up there and look for cable reels. What's that? Got something to do? Yeah, you gotta go. Heard Alaska, it's time to get out of here. Not when you're me, it's 7 days a week, baby. Tacos are life. All fairness, taco, the food is amazing. Probably the best tasting American food ever invented. Can't eat too many of them because I'm... Well, for you it is. Yeah. Go tell the missus. Go tell the missus it's Taco Tuesday. Do what she says. What she tells you. Sounds like my wife. That's why I might have to go after this one. It's Taco Tuesday. I've got to go handle some stuff. Provide the sauce. No tacos without sauce. XB, I know he's over there, his mic muted. He's like, I ain't touching that one. Yeah. Oh, good. It's been a while. I figured use this oversized low boy we haven't hauled around in a bit. Technically smaller than those tandem doubles we've been hauling, so this is much shorter than the tandem doubles. That gas tanker, the tandem double gas tanker, is 92 feet long. It's a big boy. Oh, I've seen triples. The funny thing is, triples are apparently legal in West Virginia too, so you see triples going down this road that a single would barely fit on. You just move out of the way at that point. Not only do you pull off the road, you like pull into the next house. No, they do the long ones. They do what XP called them, the T-liners. That's what they do. All three of those bad boys at about 90 feet each. That's some serious trailers. And I've also seen the logging trucks. They'll do 3 log trailers long, and then they'll have just enough log on the trailer to support it, but then they have just as much log sticking out the back of it. And then they use these poles between each trailer so to reach the next trailer, and then they do the same thing. So they end up with trees bashing into each other as they're going down the road. It's super safe. You should see it. Yeah. It's ridiculous. And then trucks have just taken over that poor state of West Virginia. But last time I was out there, the highway was completely destroyed. There's potholes all over it. And plus, you know, there's really bad weather. There's salt, thunderstorms, all that crap. So it just gets eaten away. And I was driving my Mercedes on it in pitch black. There's no road lights or nothing like that, so it's pitch black. It's pouring down the rain. I'm driving the Mercedes and I'm just waiting on myself to bend a rim. So the speed limit's 75 because that makes sense, and I'm doing like 25. And meanwhile, I got semis doing over 100 blowing right past me. And my old middle school was coming up. I went to middle school up there, and they had built a lake next to the middle school. It was their own little thing. And they have a fishing tournament every year for a fundraiser, and that's why they had the lake. But it was like a big cliff. So there's a guardrail and then a big cliff and the immediate lake. Well, when I went by the lake, there was a big old hole in the guardrail, and I looked down and I just see truckers' lights flashing in the lake. I'm like, yeah, well, I told the missus back then, I was like, that truck blew past us like that in terrible weather. I was like, I'll catch up to him, don't worry. She's like, we're not going to speed. It's like, oh no, I might even slow down, but we're going to go past him. And you just don't worry, we'll pass him. Sure enough, we did. Well, you're out in Iowa, you said, right? Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of podunk towns out there too, where people know people and they get away with whatever they want to get away with. There's some of that going around too. That little town I grew up in West Virginia, man, there was 2 cops in the whole town, and one of them never left the office. So you basically had one officer for the entire county. So it's like, okay, is he going to protect the 2 towns, like the 2 cities that are in that county, or is he going to protect out in the boons? Like, where are you going to see the officer? He's going to be at the coffee shop. You don't give a crap what you're doing on your 25,000 acres of land. Remember my grandparents one year, we had some illegal hunting going on, and obviously we didn't want to approach the people in the woods. So they called the sheriff and let them know that was going on, and he said, yeah, I've got your complaint. Some other people have filed complaints too. They said there's been a lot of firearms, a lot of shots going on, and doesn't sound normal. We have the complaint. We'll check it out in a couple of weeks. Couple weeks. Couple of weeks. You mean you're gonna? I was like, you mean you're gonna wait until they go back to Pennsylvania where they came from, and so that you don't have to deal with it? And I know what I understood what he was putting down. He don't want to go out there and deal with it either because there's weapons involved, which I can appreciate. You never know how hunters are going to react when you walk up on them, so I get it. Am I great? Yeah. Yeah. Been too many incidents where hunters mistake people for other things, and people end up inadvertently on the wrong end of the barrel. Not intentional. Well, most of it's not intentional. But we were mostly worried about it because our houses were out there in the middle of the woods. So it's like these hunters, they don't know where houses are out here, so if they shoot the wrong direction, you could have a bullet go right through the house. Different when you know the property like we did. We lived on it, right? So it's like, all right, if we shoot like north or whatever from whatever you're standing, right, obviously the direction changes, but you know home is that way, so don't fire that way. Yep, because you don't want ricochets. It's just, you get out into the country, I'm sure it's the same in Australia too, you get out in the bush or the country and just pretty much don't kill anybody, but other than that, the rules just don't apply. You do what you gotta do to make life work. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is convenient nowadays, though, with the... I always tell my grandparents and my mom, too, they still live out there, and I was like, you guys go for a walk. Bring your iPhones. And they're like, well, there's no cell signal. I said, no, but there's satellite signal, and 911 now works on satellite, so bring your phone. And they're like, oh, you have a good point. I was like, yes, if you get trapped out there, dial 911, they'll just locate you based on your phone. I said, please bring your phone. I'm not saying, like, use it, but just bring it. That's one of the few areas that those satellite features actually make sense for the phones. I mean, in Vegas, I don't need it, I guess. Yep. Yep, at least you can be rest assured that you have a satellite signal. It doesn't do you any good until you absolutely need it. And it's like, okay, we can do this.
Keep left.
Hmm. You know, even the Alaska's kind of similar. You go into some of these gold mines that they have, and Australia's got some massive gold mines too. Go in some of those properties, and they're just behemoths. It might be almost the entirety size of a state that they own. The whole thing's nothing but a gold mine. Yeah, it could be some above, some below. Yep. Yeah, that's the dangerous one. So you go outside, you fall through your yard, and you're somewhat pretty. Yeah. What was it? Growing up, your parents wanted you to put Neosporin on it or whatever, get you some Maui cream. Just put a little Neosporin on it. You'd be alright. Yeah, that too. A little of this super cream and you'll be good to go by the morning. As your bones are sticking out of your legs. I better not. I slipped him a 50. He better not. Yeah, I prepaid. I sent him a $50 bill in the mail. He better not ping me. I told this Wade station, Smokey and the Bandit's coming through. Here's 50 bucks. Don't ding me. Let's see if he got the memo. This truck's did you guys see the new W900 mod, by the way? There's a new one out, just released. I feel like if I put it in, I should take the res build out, but I want the people using the res build to try the new one first. I can bypass, they got my memo. That's the best $50 ever spent. Look at that. But yeah, I know Wolfman's using the res build, and I think Wolf Gamer, I think you're also using the res build, aren't you? Off and on. Yeah, try out the new one and see what you think. It might be worth just swapping them. It's supposed to have all the bells and whistles and features and stuff. It causes me a lot of lag. It's just an old mod. Oh yeah. Yeah, so if you guys try the new one out, maybe that one's much better. It's gotten 5-star ratings, the new one does. It's on the Steam Workshop too. And I was gonna put the general in here, XP, but it doesn't work with 156. It's incompatible. Yeah, they haven't updated it. I was like, oh well, you won't make it in. You know that requires work, right? You want to update? I'm very lazy. What's up? Shoot it to me in a link. I may have seen it. But there may have been a reason I didn't put it in. Yeah, so send it to me. I'll take another look at it just to make sure if it was what I was looking at. There was one that added the engines to every vehicle in here, and I was like, that's a bit much. Yeah, I was looking for that particular Caterpillar engine that we got in the Mac, the 3406. I wanted to put that on all the trucks, but I couldn't find a mod that would do it. Yeah, that's why I was thinking that 3406 we have on the Mac, that would be perfect because it's not overly big. It's just got a lot of torque. It's smaller than an ETS motor.
Keep left.
So I'm okay with it being in here. That's kind of that's kind of the line I draw. If we go bigger than an ETS motor, we got problems. Yeah. Yeah, but apparently the 1400 in the K220 is fine. But then again, the 1400 in the K220 also does not have the torque that the Mac has. The Mac actually has more torque at 725 than the K220 does at 1400. Now, the K220 is going to win a drag race, hands down. But I'm not here to drag race. No. No. I mean, you want to do a drag race night? I'll go do a drag race night. Yeah.
Keep right.
Take you out the area. There is in Tucson. There's a hidden racing track. I would, before I even went to the racing track, I would go north of Las Vegas and see if I could find Area 51. I don't know if it's in here. Oh, have you been to Area 51? Is it in here? Do you know the story of Area 51 about the ghost horse? You know, speaking of the ghost horse you saw last night, XP. So, rumor has it, one of the myths of Area 51 that all the people who have worked out there have said, that they'll be out in a desolate desert range, standing guard posts, right? Just make sure nobody tries to come on property, and so they do that 24 hours a day, right? There's just different shifts. And, well, night shift, they said it's very frequent that you see this phenomenon that looks like a ghost horse, but they're almost hovering above the ground. And the guy's like, I think it's the Greys. He's talking about aliens. He's like, I think they do this this horse formation when they're traveling. And I'm like, this sounds like some sci-fi crap, but you know, I'll hear him out. I'll go with this. I like a good fairy tale. So yeah, but that's the story behind it. They think it's the gray aliens. Yeah, so they see this mythical horse. Mm-hmm. There's the grays, and I guess there's the whites is another one. They never really talked about green aliens, so it's never really come up. But they said it's like the grays and the whites. I think there's one other. So yeah, I just chalk them all up to fairy tales. I mean, I used to work for the government. I never heard about any of that crap.
Keep left.
A lot of it is, I believe it when I see it. Until I see it, it's just unidentified objects from other countries, or maybe even our own testing crap. Like, until I see it, I don't believe it. Yeah, until I see them, you ain't gonna tell me they've been here for that many years and they ain't been seen. I call BS. Really bad cameras. Yeah. Yeah. Like a guy on his iPhone trying to zoom in times 18. I'm like, dude. Yeah. Yeah. So again, until I see it, it's just a fairy tale. And I love a good fairy tale. I'll listen. I'm down for a good story. Doesn't mean I'm going to believe it. I might make the next, I might make the next Lord of the Rings book from your story, but make a few bucks off of it. It ain't going to be real. You know, if Harry Potter was real, it wouldn't have been as profitable. I can guarantee you that.
Keep left.
Speaking of Harry Potter, you know the ironic thing of ATS 2? Mo's first driver she hired is called Harry P.
Keep left.
When she first told me, I didn't even think Harry Potter. I was thinking something else. I was like, he's got a Harry what? She was like, no, like Potter. Yeah. I was like, what are we talking about? Yeah, apparently here in Vegas they have like a Harry Potter comedy show. It's basically all Harry Potter adult jokes. Been told it's pretty good. It was like Potted Potter or something like that, I think is the name. Yeah, we still gotta go see it. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like if you live at the beach, you don't go to the beach because you can see the beach, so you don't go there. Yeah, we live in Vegas, so we've gone to a handful of shows. We've been here 3 years, only been to like 4 or 5 shows. It'll be there when we want to go. There's a couple that do that. Chris Angel does it. Yeah, he's like it's like a rock concert when he first starts with it. Yeah, we've seen him. You know, from the outside, looking in, we just seeing the marketing and stuff. You think, oh, he's this rock star guy, whatever. But then you go to his show and you find out he actually has a heart. He had a very compelling, touching story about his kid or his kids, and then some foundations he donates money to and whatnot. That was eye-opening. It was good to learn a little bit more about him. Like the magic was cool, don't get me wrong, but I think my favorite part was just learning about him and the story. And then there's still Copperfield doing his thing. He's been the same show for the last 60 years. I don't know when that man's gonna retire. What, Ben Teller, I think is who it is. Isn't that Ben and Teller? Isn't that them? I'll have to Google it, because I do know who you're talking about. Yeah, they still have them. Yeah. No, they still have the Tigers.
Right,
they're still here in Vegas.
And then exit right.
But it used to be the Mirage.
Exit right.
Our hotel. It's the Hard Rock. Which is funny, because there's already a Hard Rock hotel here. Technically, it's the Virgin Hotel.
Get ready to turn left.
Hard Rock bought it. But here's the interesting
Turn
fact
left.
for you. Did you know the Virgin Hotel, because it used to be the Richard Branson Hotel, bathrooms in there are called the Waterloo, and they have a Hudson store in the hotel, like you see at the airport. Because Virgin Airlines, right? So the whole airport is themed or the whole hotel is themed like an airport. Because he's British, everything in the room is labeled with British meanings, aka the Waterloo.
Get ready to turn left.
Well, might be worth a couple of bucks once they finish the hotel.
Turn left.
Eat. Really? You only opened up one side of the gate? True. Could have opened up both sides, broski. Get up there. Learn from. Go ahead and use this dirt lane. Couple of bushes.
Recomputing.
There we go. Another flawless load in the bag. Not astronomical, but you know, the points are really good. Well, with the double or with these, you only pull in anyway, even with skilled. But you have to have skilled parking turned on. You got to turn it all on. Fuel simulation, like traffic and rain and fines and fees, and turn it all on. All of it got to be on. You're gonna do the speed limit, and you like it. Late in the night, I always have a dozen Chucky tabs open. You wanna see something, XP? Yes. Put it in the Sim Gaming channel. Look at that. That's what you call a perfect run. That's how she's done. Oh yeah. Look at those 5 stars. Oh, that's one of those log loaders or something. Crusher. Yeah. I was doing the cable reels for the Chief, but I might call it here. And the missus getting ready to go to bed. Stream instead of streaming until 6 a.m. At a reasonable time tonight. And then come back in tomorrow with a refreshed head and do some more stuff. Log out. Deal with this stuff later. Don't shut the server down. Yeah, I made $500,000 doing those cable runs. It's not bad. At midnight here. He's Central Time. 2 hours behind me or ahead of me. Yeah, but all right, fellas. I appreciate you hanging out, and people on stream. I appreciate you guys hanging out, lurking, chatting, doing all the things. I'm gonna call it a night. This will be my first time ending at midnight. I've been streaming much later. Back on tomorrow, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.